talk right here is about entitlement. This is about being entitled to have someone or something or somebody because you feel or believe that you're entitled to have that particular type of relationship. Are you an entitled partner? Are you somebody want that entitlement with you? Is it a fear that you have? I want to talk about this because have you ever felt like this and no matter what you do, it's never enough? Like someone expects your time, your energy, your love, but you give it to them and you get little back. And well, that's not love. That's somebody who has entitlement issues. And I want to talk about this. This is a great talk about understanding the reason people feel entitled in relationships and what causes it. And I hope that we continue on this and I can give you the solution. So stay apart because this is something that is very important that's going to help you so that you don't shut down and then not understand and lose yourself when you're dealing with people who are entitled. So thank you for being a part. You would love Dr. Stay apart as we go on this journey. I appreciate your subscribing and liking and giving me these comments. It's really truly helped me on this journey to bring you these talks that we're going to talk about. Now that we're in a different way of talking and giving you understanding with women over 50, I don't know which one works. If you're not over 50 or not, you need help, period, when it comes to this. This is about entitlement. So stay with me on this and I will make sure you get a solution within each talk. So don't black out and go forward because on each one I give you what causes people to be entitled is that I'm going to give you the top probably 6 to 8 that I believe people use to be entitled in relationships, okay? Now, let's talk about what is entitlement. So you got to understand when it comes to a relationship, what is entitlement? A lot of time it's the belief that one partner deserves special treatment within the relationship and that you should or they should have constant access to you. They should have unconditional giving. They should do things without having to earn it. It's just something that they feel they should receive without reciprocating. That's being entitled. So let's talk about the type of people that become that way so that you can better understand how to deal with them. Because that's what if you're going to keep this person in your life, you have to learn how to deal with an entitled person. Or if you're not going to deal with the entitled person, you got to let them go. One or two things you can do with an entitled person. You're either going to keep dealing with them or you're going to leave them alone. And it's just simple as that. So let's talk about the biggest one. And this one is when a person grew up and was overly spoiled. And I think a lot of times people make the misunderstanding is because when you're an only child that you are more than likely to be spoiled. But that's not necessarily true. A lot of time what causes that is that that person has never been told no. They always was prioritized and got what they wanted. So when they get older, they expect that as an adult, that what happened is their childhood and getting what they want, that they think they're going to get it as they get older. So when someone tell them no and they can't have what they want, then they start feeling some kind of way and get upset because you're not giving them what they want because that's what they expect and should receive. Now, here's the thing about dealing with a spoiled person or a person that believes that you should always give them what they want by responding with, yes, I got you, I'll do it, is that you have to set your boundaries. And you have to stick to it. If you tell somebody, no, you're not going to do it, no, they can't have it, or no, not now, and they get upset, then you just, hey, this is what I said I'm not going to do, and that's it. And I'm going to tell you, I've been in a situation like that before. Sometimes people think when you ask a question, that they don't feel like they have to explain. And I talk about that all the time. You don't have to overly explain to somebody your decision, but you should at least feel a little, uh, don't mind explaining your decision. You don't have to go into details, but you can explain the no. The no could be like, well, no, not at this time. That wasn't something I planned to do. You didn't tell anything. You didn't explain it. You just said no because that's not what I'm planning to do today. You see what I'm going? But sometimes people get upset when you say no, and they feel like you need to give an explanation. The other thing is that you confuse love with obligation. You think that you are learning that love means you owe me. So whatever I do for you, you owe me. And it continues because that's a form of manipulation. That person is manipulative, and it's continued reinforced of controlling that person that they feel is obligated, and so they manipulate them. But I mean, when people do stuff like that, you just have to separate the love that you have from somebody to what you're sacrificing. Your love has to be given, not demanded. If they confuse love with obligation, then that's not the relationship you need to be experiencing, because they're refusing that by thinking you owe them something, that you need to do something for me to do something. You see where I'm going? So don't continue that type of relationship. Another one is they've been over accommodated over and over, and they get what they want. A lot of time their past partners enabled them and gave them what they want all the time and catered to them. And though they expect the same treatment from the next person or the next person. And that's not reality, because they're not the person that they had that past relationship with. And so what you have to do by then, don't inherit someone else's standards of how they were treated with someone else, even if they say that to you. No, I'm not them. And so don't let them have the expectation of you to be like them. And if that's what they want, you tell them, hey, that's what you need to go back and deal with. This is who I am. And then you have to stay in your place of what it is you are and not going to do. Period. And this is what you say you set your standards at. This is what it is. Another one is control issue. Their control issue is about their need, that they fear they're going to lose power. So it's like, I got to have control. And so that's a form, and it's an entitlement. And so that controls give them emotional security, because they're trying to control the relationship, control you within the relationship. You got me? So here's the thing you have to do, that you have to, again, and I talk about this all the time, you have to set boundaries. You have to make sure you set boundaries so that a person is not able to control, and because that's not caring for you. If someone is trying to control an issue or situation, that is not caring for you. That's controlling us, controlling what you do. You see where I'm going? Another one is insecurity. A lot of times you overcompensate because you're insecure. And that has a lot to do with why people are entitled, because they're just insecure people. And so they have a deep fear of abandonment. And I know a lot of people don't understand it, and I believe I did a talk on that. If not, I think I need to go more into abandonment within relationships, because a lot of time entitlement masks the vulnerability of a person. And it happens because of you're having to constant reassure somebody who's insecure, because that's what you're having to do. And so here's the thing. Don't overfeed somebody's insecurity. Stop trying to reassure them, I'm not doing this. This didn't happen. This didn't go on. You don't have that kind of time. You have to encourage a person that they have to be strong within themselves and deal with their own independency of their emotions and become better secure. And if they have an issue, you need to go into my link, Give them that link and say, hey, you need to go see the love doctor and let her help you with your insecurities. Because I'm not ready to deal with every time I turn around, something's wrong, something's not right, and I got to overcompensate for you on the basis of your being insecure. Because you now feel entitled to getting something because you're saying that something else happened. And so you compensate them on the basis of how they feel. Okay? And another one is they pretty much believe they're the prize. Now, I'm not saying by no means people are not of value. Because you got to have value about yourself. You really do. You've got to have a high value about yourself. You have to know who you are. You have to be confident within yourself. But do you believe you're the prize? Meaning no one else is going to be better than me. Like you're in a relationship and you say, you're not going to find nobody like me. That's what my ex-husband told me. And I said, you're right. I don't want nobody like you. You're exactly right. You'll never find another one like me. You're exactly right. But that's a person that believes they're the prize. That's exactly what that is. That's that entitlement stuff. That's that ego. That's that social validation that they believe they've gotten from their followers. It could be past attention because they believe they're the prize. And it continues because they've been being reinforced by the attention they receive. It could be on their social media, like I said. It could be when they're at events and how people, hoover over them and everything. So they think they're the prize. So people like that, you just got to have your own value and make sure they have theirs. It's a mutual thing. You got value, I have value. I'm equal and you equal. You got to know that that's who you are, and you have to be upfront with them about that. I'm just as important as you. When they feel that way, you say, hey, I'm the same way. So you have to keep your confidence up at the same level. And then I'm going to say this one, and I'm going to let you guys go. The other one is you train people to be entitled. What do you mean, love doctor? You train people to be entitled because you keep overgiving. You don't have no type of boundaries. You let people do what they want to do, and you keep giving them what they want. If you that type of person, go into the comment and let me know, because it easily happens. Because your desire to love, your desire to be within that relationship, your desire to want that person, your desire to be with that person, and so you do things that has gotten them to the point of being entitled to having something all the time. You see where I'm going? Your behavior is reinforcing their desire to should have. I should be entitled to this because that's what Johnny always did for me. But I'm not Johnny. You see what I mean? So you keep doing it. And so you have to refrain within relationships that you have to have boundaries and not be consistently just keep giving and keep doing and keep handing out and keep. Because that person is eventually going to have expectations all the time. So you're training that, back off of that. And see, entitlement continues because most people that feel entitled, they don't have consequences. They lack the consequences. And this is why they keep feeling entitled. They fear losing the relationship that they're within. And so they keep doing what they're doing with the person they believe is treating them that way. It continues because they're overcompensating. You're overcompensating them, I say, because you keep giving to your partner. And then it continues because you're the emotional guilt that they give. And it's a cycle. And you're in it. You keep rolling in it. And you do it because you're trying to avoid conflict. And it's just something that you keep tolerating and you keep reinforcing and you keep doing it. You have to know how to deal with people that are entitled. People like that, you have to set boundaries. You have to let them know what you're going to do and not do, and you have to stick to it. Don't change it because you're now making them more back to being entitled to getting something. Stop over explaining why you're not doing it, why you said no. And that's what I was just saying to you. You don't have to explain why you say no. You could just say no is this is what I'm just no is at this time. You don't have to go into detail of a no. If it's a no, no is enough. You know? And then you got to observe people and their actions and not their words. What are they doing? How are they acting? And you've got to pull back when you see that you're doing too much overgiving and doing too much. Just pull back. Don't do so much. And be willing to walk away if this doesn't change. And a person feel like they need to get everything and do nothing in return. You've got to be willing to walk away. If that's not your mate, it's just not worth it. Because it's just is it a part of selfishness? It could be. But that comes from when you're not setting boundaries. Do people attract entitled people? You could. Sometimes people who are overgivers, they look for people that sometimes they can control, but they're actually not controlling them. They're getting control because they're giving them what they want. And then when they really truly meet the person that they should be with, they pull back. They do less for. Because they believe that that person is the same as that person that they dealt with. And now they've lost a good person on the basis of what they think somebody is. You guys have gotten, and I think I need to do a talk on that. You have to really pay attention to the person that you're dealing with. Stop. Most people are always comparing their mate with somebody else. And you're not dealing with the person that you bring into your life. And this is why y'all let good people go by. Because you're so focused on what you went through with somebody else that you don't even focus on what you see in front of you. You do less for the person that you really, truly should be doing more for. Because of your hurt and your pain and your past emotion. So if you get this message and it hit home, and if you had any issues of realizing that you keep dealing with somebody who's entitled, you need help, you want to seek, go ahead into my link and let's talk about it. Or if you like, join our Girls Night Out event and learn some things that'll help you within your relationship. So I appreciate you being a part of the Love Doctor. I hope that the information I gave you will help you understand about entitlement. And we'll talk again about it. And now talk more about other ways that people feel entitled. Okay? So you've been a part of Love Doctor. We'll be back again. Talking about love, love, love.